As the coaching market matured over the last decade, more companies built internal capability, full-time internal coaches, captive coach pools, programs with learning platforms behind them. That didn't kill the market for external coaches. It changed what external coaches get hired for. The shift matters because the work the internal program can't or won't do is exactly the work that's still yours to win. There's a pattern in how large companies handle coaching. As the market matured over the last decade, more companies built internal capability, full-time internal coaches, captive coach pools, programs with learning platforms behind them. That didn't kill the market for external coaches, it changed what external coaches are being hired for. Here's what this means for an external coach in practice. HR and L&D at these companies is increasingly sophisticated. They've built programs, they know credentials, they understand the value proposition. You're not selling into skepticism about whether coaching works. That case is already made. You're competing in a more structured, better informed market, more informed buyer, more structured evaluation. The entry conversation is different. There are three slots where external coaches typically play inside companies that have internal programs. Senior leader engagements. Internal coaches have a real or perceived conflict of interest problem at the C-suite level. Where internal coaches can't operate credibly, external coaches get the work. Niche expertise, industry-specific context, team coaching, executive presence in a domain the internal program wasn't built for. Surge capacity, peak demand that internal headcount can absorb. Most Fortune 500 companies maintain ongoing relationships with multiple coaches or coaching firms for exactly these reasons, according to HCI's Building a Coaching Culture research, synthesized in Tandem's Coaching Industry Statistics Hub. Here's the data behind why the two coexist. Companies with strong coaching cultures report higher employee engagement, retention, and revenue compared to peers without coaching integration. That ROI funds internal programs and external coach spend simultaneously. They're not competing budget lines in companies that have made the coaching commitment. A company that brings in external coaches for C-suite work while running an internal program for mid-level managers isn't hedging. That's the design. Internal handles the volume. External handles the senior level. Source: Tandem Coaching Academy, Coaching Industry Statistics 2026. The mistake I see coaches make, treating they have internal coaches as a disqualifier. For senior leaders, the internal program is often the reason the company is more comfortable spending on external coaching. They already believe in it. They've built institutional infrastructure around it. The internal program isn't competition. It's proof of demand. The coach who walks away from that company is seating the most prepared buyer in the market. There's a third entry route worth naming, the associate model. Some external coaches work as subcontractors for coaching firms or L&D vendors who already hold an enterprise contract. That firm has the MSA, the relationship, and the credibility. You're a named resource on their roster. The access is real, and it comes with a cost. Your rate is their wholesale rate, not the enterprise invoice rate. That margin difference is real and needs to be modeled before you commit to it. Module 10 covers associate economics in full. For now, it exists, it works, and it costs something. Here's the practice step. Go back to your B2B buyer map. Add a column. Does this company have an internal coaching program? Research via LinkedIn. Look for internal coach job titles, ICF credentialed employees in the L&D function, or a dedicated coaching program page. This tells you whether you're selling into an already coaching culture or starting the case from scratch. Different conversation, different timeline, different entry strategy. Here's the honest thing about B2B that coaches from a B2C background aren't prepared for. The sales cycle doesn't look like anything you've experienced in individual coaching. 6 to 18 months from first conversation to signed contract. That changes everything about how you manage your pipeline. That's what's next.